Hello there. I have my combination stone motor, an IB8 with the 400 side. We're going to put an edge on at least one of these blades on this buck canoe here. I looked at some reviews of this knife after I bought it. I bought this knife at Walmart. It was $18. It was beautiful, so I bought it. And then I came home and immediately started looking at reviews for this knife. And I keep, all the reviews, people would say out of the box, dude, that's razor sharp. I must have got a dud, because this ain't no razor sharp knife. This is not, I wouldn't even argue this knife was sharp at all. Maybe their definition of sharp is different than mine. I don't know. But we're going to put an edge on this blade. Looking for a burr. Don't have one yet. And I'm just finding the bevel. And I'm going to sharpen one side until I get a burr. And notice, see that? My hand is lifted up. I'm not doing this. I'm coming down the stone and lifting my hand. And I'm actually coming down. I come at an angle, but I'm coming straight down the hone till I get about there, and then I'm doing this number. So it's, and not always exactly the same, because I'm a human being, okay? Another thing that I'm doing is keeping the stone wet, and you'll see me do one of these numbers with the when I put the lubrication on, because I'm actually cleaning the stone. As I go. And I'm looking at the bevel with a loop every now and then as well. A little $6 lighted loop off of Amazon. I got 60 power, but a 30 power, 40 power would work just fine. It's worth spending money on. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this stone around, and that's a habit that I have to kind of keep the wear even on the stone. These stones don't wear near as fast as something like a water stone, but you still want to be conscious that you want to use as much of the stone evenly as possible. Not bad. A few more passes and I'll be going to the other side. Oh yeah, beautiful burr on that side. Now we're going to go on the reverse side. Burr's coming back over already. What I want to do is I'm gonna hone until I think that I have gotten all the striations from the belt sander that was used at the factory to sharpen this blade. Until I've gotten rid of them and replaced them with the scratches off this 400. And then what I'll do is I'll look at the width of the bevel and that burr is all the way on the other side already. And a lot of times what will happen is you'll spend more time on one side than the other. The first side you'll spend a lot of time on, then the reverse side you won't spend very much on before the burr comes over. What you want to do is you want to watch the evenness of this bevel on either side of the knife, and you might have to continue honing on the opposite side, or sharpening rather, on the opposite side of this blade until the bevels are even. Because you don't want to get a really skinny bevel on one side and a really fat bevel on the other side. That's beautiful, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit longer on this side. And the reason that I'm running up this stone and spending time here before I curl up is you got a lot of flat here, and then you got a belly. Well, let me put it in here. I don't know if you can see that. You got a straight edge pretty much here, and then you got your belly starting, and you want to get all of that edge. Because when you use a knife, most of the time, this is where you're going to use it. The tip and the belly and stuff is used for certain things, but the majority of the time, when you cut something, you're going to cut with this. So you want to get that sharp. The blade isn't any good if just one part of it is sharp. You want the whole flipping blade sharp. That's pretty even. Let me see what the scratch pattern looks like. Yeah, I will. Be more than happy with that. So now what I want to do is I want to do alternating strokes with light pressure. To try to work on that moving that burr. Alright, I don't know how far we got on the India. My camera just shut off because the battery died. And it has like a 29-minute timer. But we're moving to the soft Arkansas. I raised the burr on that India stone, flipped it over and raised the burr on the other side, did several back and forth passes to remove that burr and its shaving arm hair all along the edge, all the way to the tip, off a 400 grit stone. Now it's time to refine, and from now on it'll only be these types of passes, because now I'm going to refine the edge a little bit. And then I'm going to move to the hard Arkansas to polish. Now this soft arc will do a bit of polishing. It'll begin the stages of what I would call honing. There's sharpening, which is bringing an edge to a sharp state. In my guideline, it's when that blade will shave my arm hair comfortably and freely. All along the edge. That's sharp. And sharpening. And after that, you start a process known as honing, which is refining that edge to a finer and finer point, a point that you want it at. Normally on a pocket knife, most general use pocket knives, or even like a hard use pocket knife, I would go to this stone and that would be it. But this knife is never going to see any hard use. It's only going to ride in my pocket and be used for simple tasks. And so I'm going to refine this edge a little bit further than this soft Arkansas. I'm going to take it on to a hard Arkansas to give it just a bit more polish than I would normally. And then at a later date, I will sharpen this secondary blade on this knife in the same manner. Lovely. That definitely improves the feel of that edge as it cuts, which is what I'm after. Let me look at it. Oh yeah. That's what I want. Alright. We're going to move. We're going to clean this stone first. going to move to a hard Arkansas. And we're going to polish this edge up, hone this edge. And I'm just going until I think I've probably got a good polish on this edge. I'm not using any kind of pressure. But I am kind of torquing to the edge. What I'm doing is when I'm moving this edge along, I'm imagining that I'm actually trying to take a very thin slice off the top of this stone. That helps me to maintain the same edge as consistently as I can. And that's pretty much, let's see what that looks like. Well, I can hardly see. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the bevel or not, but that's shining pretty nice. Pretty nice. That's pretty nice. That's pretty doggone sharp. Lovely. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Alright. Hold on a minute. Strop. When you're stropping one of these blades, the slip joints, be very careful not to put, you shouldn't be putting a lot of pressure on it anyway, but be careful not to put enough pressure on this blade that it makes the blade try to fold. If the thing closes on your finger after you've put a slamming edge on this, you'll need stitches. So don't be stupid enough to do that. Gorgeous. Couldn't ask for a nicer edge than that. Alright. That's flipping gorgeous. Alright. That's the sharpening. Thanks for coming along. Later.